Dianne at Minerva. I hope you're all having a wonderful week, and today I'd like to share with you a sew along for this gorgeous knit dress. So it's a style arc pattern and it's the Elley designer knit dress, and it has this lovely detail at the front here. Now what we're going to be using today to make this dress is this fabulous Minerva exclusive knit fabric. Gorgeous colours, perfect for the autumn winter months. And this particular design is called Animal Song. Now it's 138 centimetres wide, it's 96% polyester and 4% elastane. It's a medium weight fabric, has a 70% stretch width and a 20% stretch length. So it's perfect for a knit dress. And I think this is going to look fabulous in this design. Now, should you wish to sew along with me today, everything will be linked below, so all you have to do is follow the links. So you will receive the style arc pattern, the knit fabric in Animal Song, a matching thread, some binding, and I'll be linking also some of our Minerva maker labels, and they say #Minerva maker on the back. They are a great addition to all your handmade items. Now while you're here, why not take a look at the Minerva Craft Club? Because with the Minerva Craft Club you get 10% off all your orders for a whole year, and that will include anything that you buy with us today. We'd also love it if you create a free account, because with a free account you can connect with like-minded sewers from all over the world, share all your projects, ideas and inspiration. It's a really good place to connect with our wonderful sewing community and share your sewing hobby, and it's all completely free. So why not go ahead and do that now? Now before we begin making, you want to wash and prepare your fabric. So wash and tumble dry, or wash and line dry as you would normally. And when you've done that, we're going to take our pattern and a tape measure, and you're going to consult the sizing. Now always check your sizing before you begin. Don't just go for your standard dress size or sizing you may have gone for in the past. It's always best to check before you start a new project, and that way you can get a perfect fit. When you've done that, we're ready to go and begin cutting our pattern pieces. So let's go and do that together now. So here are our dress pieces. Now this is quite a big piece which I've got opened out here. So this is the main skirt part. And what we're going to do is we're going to cut one piece on the fold. And the fold is here at this side. So we have the fabric folded here. Then at the top here, then we have left front and these markings. So make a note of those. Here is your waist. And then we have also lettering on this particular pattern. So we have B here, A here. Make a note of these and these notches. Left front skirt seam over here. This is the grain of the fabric. And you have your maximum stretch going this way where the fold is here. And then the hem. And I'm making this particular dress in a size 18. And here we have our bodice pieces. So here is your front bodice. So you're going to cut one piece, pattern side up. Here is the straight grain of your fabric. Make a note of the notch here, the notches here on the shoulders, these darts here and here, and your maximum stretch is going this way across it. And it goes to a V here. And again we have these letters A and B, which will be matched with your skirt part of your dress. Then we have the back, which is placed on the fold. Here is the fold of the fabric. Again, make a note of the notches. Maximum stretch going this way. Cut one on the fold. So here we have our binding guide. So this one is for the inside neck. So you cut one of this, and this is what you're going to be used to cut your binding with. And this is for the armhole, and you're going to cut two of binding for this one. So they are guides. These ones are for stabiliser. So it does say in the pattern that you place it in and then take it out when the binding process is finished. However, I'm cutting them out of interfacing, and mine is going to be left in, because what it is doing is stabilising the neck and the armhole openings. So it can be left in. So I've used lightweight interfacing, and you're going to cut one for the back neck, one for the front neck, and then the back armholes cut two, and the front armholes cut two. So this is all in interfacing here. So now we're ready to begin making our dress. So first of all, you want to wind half of your thread onto your spool. Check your machine needle is sharp and that you're using the correct type. So I'm using a ballpoint needle today because this fabric is stretch and it's a size 90. You may wish to play around on a piece of scrap fabric before you begin to see what's best for you. Also make sure that you're using a stretch stitch or a zigzag stitch. Consult your manual before you begin to see what works best for your machine. When you've done this, we're going to take our front piece for our dress and we're going to create our darts, our bust darts. So we're going to do that first of all. So here we have our notches in the side of our bodice, and then we also have our marking. Mine is here, look, and this is where we're working towards. So we're creating a V shape, bringing right sides together, and it needs to be gradual. We don't want to come off too suddenly. So we're backed out to begin, and we're working towards this point here. Leave some thread to knot. And you're going to push that knot towards the point of your dart. Now you can press that downwards. And repeat on the other side. Now apply your interfacing stabiliser on your neck points and your armholes on both your back and your front. And now we're going to join our shoulder seams. Now the seams on this pattern are 1 centimetre and the internal seams, such as round the neck, are 6mm. So the shoulder seams are 1 centimetre. We're going to join those together, but on the left side we're going to leave 2 centimetres at the neck edge, and this allows us to attach our binding. So pin the shoulders in position first of all, and just remember on the left side you are going to leave 2 centimetres at that neck opening. So I've left my opening here. Now you're going to pin your binding around your neckline like this, open it up on one side and pin it down flat. Now this side, where you left it open a little at the shoulder seam, we can then stitch across the seam when the binding is on, and this will enclose it within the seam and make a nice neat finish. So take your time pinning your binding around the neckline before stitching in position. Turn your binding to the inside and stitch down. Now you can either base stitch it down and then top stitch from the outside, or you can do it on the inside as I'm doing, because I just find this gives you a nice guide to follow. Now use your armhole guide to cut 2 more pieces of bias fold tape, and you're going to pin this into your armholes. Stitch your binding in place. Next you're going to stitch your back to your front with right sides facing. So we're stitching this side seam here, reinforce, stitch with a 1 cm seam down to the bottom, then you're going to stitch a bar tag at the top to keep these lying down flat. Now you can stitch them to one side if you wish, but I'm going to stitch mine open, and I'm going to stitch either side and then across here. So for this I'm going to do it with hand stitches. And then when I've just caught both of these sides down, I'm going to stitch across the top of it with a machine stitch. Next you're going to join your left front skirts together, so where it says A, you're joining A and A down this seam here. So it's sort of a curve down to this point. So pin first of all, then stitch with a 1 cm seam. Now you're going to join your skirt to your bodice, and we're going to start at this point here. So where we've joined our A points of our seam for our skirt there, we've also got an A here on the bodice where it goes to a V. So we're going to start from here and we're going to stitch into a V shape, and then you're going to snip into it to make sure it lies flat. Pin it the rest of the way around, making sure it's even as you go. We're going to stitch that in place now. So I'm going to start from this V point to make sure that I get that nice and flat. Now, adding your label, you can add it to the centre back. So I've folded this in half, added a pin. Now you can add it when you're adding the binding here, or you can fold your label like this and you can stitch it in over the top. Or you may prefer to add your labels in the side seam, because some people don't like them at the back of the neck. So it's up to you where you add your label. Now I've overlocked around the bottom of my dress, and now we're going to hem it. So here is the finished dress. V detail here. Well, I hope you've enjoyed sewing along with me today. Have you sewn this pattern before? Please let us know in the comments below, along with any photographs. We always love to see what you've been making. And this pattern is available in sizing up from 4 up to size 30. So something for everyone, and I think it is a really pretty shape. Now I look forward to seeing all your makes when you share them, when you create your free account. Do you like what I'm wearing today? If so, this is another one of our Minerva exclusive range knit fabrics, and this one is called Bubble Shawl. I'll stand up so you can see. And this one has deep cuffs, and this is a simplicity pattern 9385. I will link those items in the description below also, just in case you're interested in an additional make today. Well, that's all from me for today. I hope to be back soon with another sew along. Thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.